because the cultivation of planting that seed within hibernation, December. For December 2023 and foreshadowing of 2024, you have a legacy. This is opening the portal to the legacy. Or this can also be like a breaking down. Oh, there's 3. Interesting. This could be a breaking down of a system. You are being led to leaving your legacy or creating a legacy of your name and persisting in that. Porcupine spirit, this is about time for a beginner mind. The quill, in regards to the porcupine, is about the writer, the mind, ideas, as well as the quills are also about boundaries, putting up boundaries when needed. But the message of the porcupine spirit is time for a beginner mind. So this is really letting go of cultivated ideas that you've gained throughout your life, entering 2024 with the fool's mind, a blank slate, a child's mind. We have the grasshopper spirit, so this is taking that leap of faith. The mouse spirit, this is tending to the details, or this could be you're focusing too much on the details. But tend to the small things in your life, because the small things in your life will fill in to the bigger, more expanded to your legacy. So your legacy might look huge, but persisting on the small things will actually fill out what is needed. And so that when you back up, you'll see how the small things actually cultivate the bigger picture of your legacy for 2023 going into 2024. And we have the crown on the grasshopper, so taking that leap of faith. So really pay attention, Gemini, since you are an air sign, pay attention to the ideas that you have and take that leap of faith to those that are aligned to your legacy. This is your general message for December 2023. Divine timing, evaluation. This is planting the seed. So like I was mentioning with the grasshopper, really take the initiative on the ideas that you have immediately that are aligned with your legacy and plant that seed, because the cultivation of planting that seed within hibernation, December into the next year, will really show forth, foreshadow 2024 for you. And we have the warrior. So this is perfectionism and also burnout. This can also be about barriers in regards to setting boundaries. You might be in the mentality that you constantly have to work, you constantly have to fight. So definitely beware about that energy. Queen, so this is obviously the air energy. We have the sword, we have the crown chakra. So determination and sacrifice is needed December 2023 for you. Really aim, take that leap of faith, Gemini. Really aim towards your ideas. Ideas can't be blossomed until you make that action to plant them. So ideas are just ideas until you grab them and plant them onto the earth, and cultivation of both air and earth, using the ideas and grabbing it from your mind, air energy, air element, into the earth then cultivates that idea into something greater. But when you don't take a leap on an idea, it's just simply an idea. There is a sense of planning ahead where you don't want to aim and fire erratically with the bow and arrow. The archer is very persistent. They're about details of the mouse spirit. Persistence and waiting till you fire and not acting on it too soon. But it's really cultivating that crown chakra and knowing which ideas you will let go of the arrow. Cultivate that seed for December 2023, Gemini. Have the Three of Wands. So whatever you're waiting on something, there's something that you have already. This confirms the seed. There is something that you have already. And this is also opportunities. Three of Wands tells us opportunities overseas. So really open your mind to the opportunities that you actually have. Take that leap of faith into seeing opportunities not in your environment, but outside of your environment. Especially with that we're a very digital world, it doesn't really open your mind to what beginner mind. Yes, I'm seeing grasshopper, take the leap of faith with the beginner mind or the porcupine spirit. We're seeing that open your mind to how opportunities come in for you. And let go of the warrior's perfectionism, because perfectionism will burn you out. Having things, especially with perfectionism in the mouse spirit's shadow energy is perfectionism, being too much in the details. It's a very Virgo energy where too much in the details can actually, but it will diminish that opportunity and that seed, that space to plant that seed. Actually, you've already planted that seed, so I'm going to be curious what you have planted. But I'm seeing that you're waiting on something to come in. You've already planted something. We're seeing a Page of Swords. So this is like a messenger. Pages are messengers. So the Page of Swords is a messenger of the mind, of ideas, of knowledge, of information. You're not sure if you actually made the right decision, because I feel with the Three of Wands, there's this like waiting game. And with the Page of Swords, there is a uncertainty. There's a doubt. You're taking on that sword that's bigger than you because you are only in Page of Swords, but you're still, there's this uncertainty with the Page of Swords, I see. And you're looking back behind you instead of looking forward, because maybe you feel that I'm getting that you're too much in the details. You really need to let go of that perfectionism, and that once you make that leap of faith, you need to pursue it fully, trusting that it will come forth, that it will blossom. Because I get with the Three of Wands and Page of Swords that you're like looking back, wanting to make edits in your intention, in your dream, in your ideas, thinking, oh, if I make a few edits, maybe it'll be better. But by continuously thinking you need to edit something and not putting it out in the world, that's actually resistance to, that's perfectionism's resistance to being planted. By constantly editing something like, oh, well, I don't want to put this, it needs this, or it needs that, or it needs this ingredient, or it needs that ingredient. It needs more water. It needs a certain soil that I have to wait for. So there's like this uncertainty or doubt. Maybe doubt in your own ideas. And the fact we got a Queen of Swords in regards to the Oracle and the Queen of Swords as the Tarot, this tells me that you really need to trust your mind, cultivate, balance your crown chakra, and trust that, and go full forward in your thoughts and your ideas. Your intuition comes from your mind. I mean, you are an air sign, so trust that your mind actually is the power. It has the power. That's where your power is. It's in the mind. There's no need to look back. There's no need to edit. And I'm getting that there is a sense of like you hesitating, but you still are moving forward into the Queen of Swords energy. There's a rising with the bird and transformation of the mind with the Queen of Swords. Setting boundaries, letting go of what is not needed. So even in the uncertainty, you might be getting a sense like, oh, you might need to cut things off in regards to your mind. This can be self-limiting beliefs in your mind, being too much in the thoughts of the small things, the details. Oh, it needs more of this, because it's about the bigger picture. It's about your legacy. And being too much in the small things actually is can be a self-sabotage. So you have a thought for something, take that leap of faith. Take that initiation into having an openness of a beginner's mind. of a curiosity of what is, instead of, well, it hasn't worked in the past, why would it happen now with the Page of Swords. I always see the Page of Swords as someone that's all like looking back, like they're taking on the sword that's bigger than them, but there's still a tentativeness. Page of Swords is looking back to the Three of Wands, but the Queen of Swords is looking to the Two of Wands. A needed self-reflection. There's like a dynamic between passion and taking that leap forward with, because the wands are equated with action, but the swords are equated with the mind. So there's this like conflict within you in December 2023 where you're like, even though you're unsure, you're still moving towards the Queen of Swords energy. And the Queen of Swords is, there's still a sense of choosing which one. The Two of Wands, twos are about a choice. No matter what element, Two of Swords, it's about a choice. Two of Wands is about a choice. Two of Pentacles, it's about choice. The twos is about choices, and it's about contrast, making the intention for what you want. And because you see the Two of Wands, she's looking out in the world, she's looking at what she has, she's up high and she's able to see what she has. And so by looking, getting away from the small details and being able to look at everything, you're able then to make the initiation what is needed in your world. Don't think too much, don't reflect too long, because the wands here are letting you know that you need to take that leap in action. Ideas are going to come in, so take that leap that is aligned with your soul. But there seems to be a retractment or a reversal, where, because you're going from the Three of Wands back to the Two of Wands, so there's like a reflection of what isn't working, what is working, maybe backtracking, that maybe you let go of the arrow and bow too soon, you leaped too soon, or you didn't leap soon enough because you're considering the details too much. And this, the Warrior and the Page of Swords, this lets me know, like, you don't always have to fight. You don't always have to have your sword up. You don't always have to cut people off. You don't always have to cut opportunities out. You don't have to always cut the pieces of a pie too little because you feel that you can't eat the whole pie. Like, the universe will provide you, but you have to open your mind to expanding to that, your intent, just setting the intention and opening your mind to what you can receive outside of your environment. It might come in overseas, it might come in digitally. And I say digitally, especially with that air energy. We're seeing the Knight of Cups coming in. This is an emotional offering. This is a High Priestess. You need to listen to your intuition. This is something underneath. So you really need to listen to the ideas coming in, to your crown chakra, to your mind. Your intuition comes from your mind, the knowledge. And it can help you clear out the illusions. If you're waiting for a love, or for love, in regards to Three of Wands, where you're waiting out, well, the Knight of Cups is coming in. But it's coming in with their own harborness. Like, something else is coming with them. Something else is coming from the subconscious with them. I feel this might be someone like from the past. What is this Knight of Cups? The Hierophant, marriage. Yeah, this is baggage. Knight of Swords. This is someone that wants to make a commitment, but they're bringing in a lot of baggage. So I would, maybe I'm going to retract on what I said. I would keep your sword high, but maybe not cut them off too soon. Or this might be you're coming in, they're coming in with a commitment. Ten of Wands, their own baggage, what they're working on, but Ten of Wands, they're not even able to see the road ahead. And Ten of Wands often is about like taking on too much, burnout. And I see that Knight of Swords is giving, because we have the Page of Swords and Queen of Swords, and I feel this is your energy, and you're just gonna cut them off. You're gonna be like, nope, we're not doing this. This is the High Priestess. High Priestess is judgment. So this can be a past returning, reoccurring energy. Judgment can be a healing energy, but this can be, you have to make the judgment call of who comes into your life and who stays out. And we have the Queen of Pentacles and the World. This is completion. You've cultivated a world. You've made an intention on your world. You've planted your seed and you've cultivated a world for yourself, and this person's coming in with some sort of wanting to commit to you. So you've cultivated your earth, you've cultivated your world, and then you're making judgment calls in regards to who stays in and who stays out. So I feel like you are going to just cut people out and being like, no, I like this is my world and you're not going to pollute it, so I'm just gonna cut you out. Like, we have to remember that judgment within the Bible, even if you don't believe it or not, it was about like basically wiping out what was old to bring in a new earth, basically. And judgment was basically like God saying, okay, I fucked up, and then just wiping out what needed to be wiped out so then he could start over. That's basically what judgment was. If you woke up to that, then you made the changes necessary. It can be like you're having a wake-up call to your purpose, or like to your legacy, or to your worth, and you're completing cycles, you're completing relationships, or you're having that wake-up call. You're waking up to your own abundance, like what you bring to this world. You're having that intuitive call, and though things are coming up that you need to work through in regards to your subconscious in December 2023, Gemini. I will say with the Queen of Pentacles and the fact we got the World card, completion, judgment is just wiping out the old to bring in the new. So this can be like the new is restarted, where it's cleansed. So it's like a return of a past energy, but it's cleansed where it brings in a new energy. Like, this is like if you decide to work with an old partner again, or to try again with a new person, this isn't like you're doing the same, the relationship isn't the same. Well, if we're doing this again, I want to have a deep conversation, a one-on-one conversation on what you expect with this relationship. So it's very much going with that Queen of Swords energy, where you're like, well, these are my expectations. Like, I'm not redoing the relationship, so if you think you're just gonna come back to the same thing, that's not gonna be the case. Possibly reinventing yourself. We are foreshadowing into the 2024 because it is the last 2 weeks of December.